Welcome, viewers, to another insightful exploration on the White Shark channel. Today, we delve into a topic that has been reshaping the global economic landscape, the exodus of multinational companies from China and the factors driving this strategic shift. In our comprehensive analysis, we'll journey through the historical evolution of China into a global economic powerhouse, examine the challenges faced by multinational corporations within its borders, explore the opportunities emerging in other countries, and finally conclude with a forward-looking perspective. But before we dive in, if you find value in thought-provoking discussions on global affairs, economics, and business trends, don't forget to subscribe to the White Shark channel. Hit that notification bell to stay updated on our latest content. Your engagement and insights make this community thrive. Now, let's embark on our journey through the intricate tapestry of China's economic rise and the forces compelling multinational companies to seek new horizons. Section 1. How China became a global economic powerhouse. 1. Economic reforms and opening up, 1978 onwards. Background. In 1978, China, under the leadership of Deng Xiaoping, initiated a series of economic reforms. Reform objectives. The primary goal was to shift from a centrally planned economy to a socialist market economy. Key reforms: introduction of the household responsibility system, allowing farmers to sell surplus crops, and the establishment of special economic zones, SEZs, to attract foreign investment. 2. Industrialization and manufacturing dominance. Shift from agrarian to industrial, the reforms fueled rapid industrialization, moving China away from its agrarian roots. Global manufacturing hub. By the 1990s, China had become the world's factory due to its low-cost labor, large workforce, and favorable government policies. Foreign direct investment, FDI. Multinational companies were attracted to China's vast market and favorable conditions, leading to a surge in FDI. 3. Global trade integration and export-led growth. Open door policy. China adopted an open door policy, encouraging international trade and collaboration. Export-led growth. China's economic strategy focused on export-led growth, leveraging its competitive advantage in manufacturing. Membership in WTO, 2001, joining the World Trade Organization, WTO, further facilitated China's integration into the global economy. 4. Infrastructure development and technological advancements. Massive infrastructure projects. China invested heavily in infrastructure projects, such as the development of high-speed rail networks and modern cities. Technology leapfrogging. China rapidly embraced and invested in technology, leapfrogging from agrarian to a technology-driven economy. Innovation and research. The government promoted innovation, leading to advancements in technology and research. 5. Population and labor force. Demographic dividend. China's large population provided a demographic dividend, creating a vast labor force. Urbanization. The shift from rural to urban living contributed to the growth of industries and services. 6. Government policies and planning. Strategic planning. The Chinese government implemented long-term strategic plans, such as the 5-year plans to guide economic development. Support for industries. Targeted support for key industries, including manufacturing and technology, played a crucial role. 7. Global economic integration. Global supply chains. China became an integral part of global supply chains, attracting multinational corporations to set up manufacturing bases. Trade surpluses. China consistently maintained trade surpluses, accumulating foreign reserves and strengthening its economic position. Section 2. Challenges in China. 1. Rising labor costs. Evolution of China's labor costs. China, once known for its abundant, low-cost labor, experienced a significant shift in labor dynamics over the past few decades. As the economy boomed and the standard of living rose, so did labor costs. The evolution was gradual but impactful, marked by increasing wages, improved working conditions, and a growing demand for skilled labor. Effect on competitiveness. The rising labor costs began to erode the competitive advantage that China once held in manufacturing. As wages increased, some industries found it challenging to maintain the same level of cost effectiveness. Companies faced the dilemma of balancing quality, cost, and competitiveness. Influence on relocation. Many multinational companies, especially those in labor-intensive industries, started exploring alternative locations with lower labor costs. Countries in Asia, such as Vietnam, India, and Cambodia, became attractive alternatives. Relocating production facilities allowed companies to remain cost-competitive while adapting to the changing labor landscape in China. 2. Intellectual property concerns. Issues related to intellectual property theft. Intellectual property theft has been a persistent issue for businesses operating in China. Concerns range from counterfeiting and patent infringement to forced technology transfers. Some companies reported instances of their proprietary technologies being replicated or used without proper authorization. Impact on multinational companies. The fear of intellectual property theft has had a significant impact on multinational companies. It deterred some from investing in research and development within China, limiting the extent to which they would share advanced technologies. Companies were cautious about the risk of losing their competitive edge and, in response, reconsidered their strategies for innovation and technology transfer. 3. Regulatory hurdles. Examples of regulatory challenges. Foreign businesses faced a myriad of regulatory challenges in China. These included complex business registration processes, restrictions on foreign ownership, and uncertainties around legal frameworks. The ever-changing regulatory landscape made it difficult for companies to plan for the long term, leading to increased operational uncertainty. Navigating China's regulatory environment. Navigating China's regulatory environment became an obstacle for many foreign businesses. Compliance with local regulations required a deep understanding of Chinese laws, which often differed significantly from those in other countries. The bureaucratic hurdles and the need for local partnerships sometimes hindered the speed and efficiency with which foreign businesses could operate. 4. Environmental concerns. Environmental impact of China's industrialization. China's rapid industrialization came at a cost to the environment. Pollution, deforestation, and resource depletion became increasingly prevalent. The environmental impact was felt not only domestically, but also globally, contributing to concerns about climate change and ecological sustainability. Influence of stricter regulations on businesses. In response to environmental challenges, the Chinese government implemented stricter regulations. Industries with high environmental footprints faced increased scrutiny and more stringent compliance requirements. For some multinational companies, especially those in heavy manufacturing, meeting these environmental standards proved challenging and costly. As a result, businesses had to adapt their operations or consider relocating to regions with less stringent environmental regulations. These challenges contributed to the evolving landscape of business operations, prompting companies to reassess their strategies and, in some cases, relocate to maintain competitiveness and compliance. Section 3. Trade tensions and geopolitical factors. 1. U.S.-China trade war. Overview of trade tensions. The U.S.-China trade war, initiated in 2018, was characterized by a series of tariff impositions on each other's goods. The tensions arose from issues like intellectual property theft, trade imbalances, and concerns about fair market practices. The tariffs, often tit for tat, covered billions of dollars worth of goods, disrupting global supply chains. Influence on multinational companies. Multinational companies, particularly those heavily reliant on the U.S.-China trade relationship, faced substantial challenges. Tariffs increased production costs, squeezed profit margins, and introduced uncertainties. Some companies, especially those with significant exposure to both markets, experienced a decline in demand and disruptions in their supply chains. Others sought to navigate the situation through strategic adjustments in their sourcing and distribution networks. 2. Geopolitical risks. Impact of geopolitical uncertainties. Geopolitical uncertainties, beyond the U.S.-China trade war, created a volatile business environment. Factors such as regional conflicts, changing international alliances, and global power shifts contributed to an atmosphere of unpredictability. Multinational companies had to contend with the potential for sudden policy changes, trade restrictions, and geopolitical events affecting their operations. Responses of companies to geopolitical risks. Companies responded to geopolitical risks through various strategies. Some chose to diversify their market presence, reducing dependence on specific regions prone to geopolitical tensions. Others invested in robust risk management frameworks, closely monitoring global events and adapting their strategies accordingly. Additionally, companies engaged in active diplomacy and advocacy to influence geopolitical decisions that could impact their business interests. 3. Diversification strategies. Diversification of supply chains to mitigate risks associated with geopolitical uncertainties. Companies embraced supply chain diversification. This involved spreading manufacturing and sourcing across multiple countries or regions. By reducing dependence on a single market, companies aim to enhance flexibility, resilience, and responsiveness to geopolitical shocks. Role of geopolitical factors in strategic decisions. Geopolitical factors played a central role in shaping strategic decisions. Companies conducted comprehensive risk assessments considering political stability, trade relations, and regional tensions. The need for a more adaptable and resilient supply chain influenced decisions related to production locations, supplier relationships, and distribution networks. Geopolitical considerations became integral to strategic planning, impacting long-term investment choices and market entry decisions. This section highlights the profound impact of trade tensions and geopolitical uncertainties on multinational companies. The U.S.-China trade war introduced complexities and challenges that required strategic adaptations. Geopolitical risks, beyond trade tensions, further emphasize the importance of proactive risk management and the implementation of diversified supply chain strategies. Companies navigating this landscape had to balance immediate operational concerns with long-term resilience against geopolitical uncertainties. Section 4. Opportunities in other countries. 1. Emerging markets. Identifying emerging markets. As multinational companies seek new growth opportunities, several emerging markets have garnered attention. Examples include countries in Asia like India, Vietnam, and Indonesia, parts of Africa, and certain regions in South America. These markets are characterized by expanding middle-class populations, improving infrastructure, and pro-business policies. Factors making these markets appealing. Several factors contribute to the appeal of emerging markets. These include growth potential. Emerging markets often exhibit higher economic growth rates compared to more established economies. Untapped consumer base. The presence of a large and untapped consumer base attracts companies looking to expand their market reach. Cost competitiveness. Lower operating costs, including labor and production expenses, make emerging markets financially attractive. 2. Technology and innovation hubs. Shift towards technology and innovation. Countries globally are shifting towards becoming technology and innovation hubs. This trend is characterized by a focus on research and development, technology-driven industries, and fostering a conducive environment for innovation. Beyond traditional powerhouses, new players are emerging as leaders in cutting-edge technologies. Examples of new hubs for research and development. Israel, known as the startup nation, Israel has become a global leader in technology and innovation, particularly in cybersecurity and biotech. Singapore. Positioned as a hub for technology and research in Southeast Asia, Singapore has attracted significant investments in areas such as artificial intelligence and biomedicine. 3. Supply chain resilience. The concept of supply chain resilience has gained prominence due to various disruptions, including the COVID-19 pandemic and geopolitical uncertainties. A resilient supply chain is characterized by its ability to adapt to unforeseen challenges, ensuring continuity and minimizing disruptions. Companies are reevaluating their supply chain strategies to enhance resilience in several ways. Diversification. Spreading production and sourcing across multiple regions reduces dependency on a single location, mitigating risks. Technology integration. Leveraging technology such as data analytics and artificial intelligence enhances visibility and responsiveness within the supply chain. Supplier relationship management. Strengthening relationships with suppliers and establishing contingency plans ensure a more collaborative and adaptable supply chain. Emerging markets, technology and innovation hubs, and resilient supply chains are key considerations as businesses seek new avenues for growth and risk mitigation. The evolving global landscape presents diverse options for companies to expand and thrive in dynamic and competitive markets. Conclusion, and there you have it. The intricate narrative of why multinational companies are making the strategic move from China to other countries. From the transformative economic reforms initiated by Deng Xiaoping to the challenges posed by rising labor costs, intellectual property concerns, and regulatory hurdles, we've traversed the complex terrain that businesses navigate. As we stand at the crossroads of global economic dynamics, it's evident that the opportunities in emerging markets, the rise of technology and innovation hubs, and the imperative of resilient supply chains are shaping the next chapter in international business.